afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roman Johnson. This is going to be my BA 201 formal business report. So I primarily looked at two correlations. The correlation being, is there a correlation between office aesthetics, which that can include acoustics, design, office layout, that sort of thing, and does that actually impact the well-being of and productivity of an employee? So primarily, I looked at four different questions. In the perspective of the business owner, is this investment for an office build-out, essentially, a renovation, worth it in the long run? And is it viewed as a necessity? And also, what impact does this play in terms of job recruitment? So we're actually seeing a trend for people to put conditions of a work environment over payment, actually. People are prioritizing flexibility of job because they don't view it as this is it. It's just a means to live, not to the life. And what if there is any psychological effects that poor office design or poor office layout plays on an individual? And lastly, how are organizations retrofitting this current design trend that we are seeing into their own space with the limited capacity and real estate that they have? So I probably used secondary and primary sources. Secondary being formal business reports that kind of have been collected from design heads such as Gensler, IEOM. These are world-renowned architectural firms that kind of have implemented and adapted this mindset and facilitated that towards all their office renovation projects, such as Google's Mountain Park Pleasant campus. And primary sources would be Academic One File or GRCC student links. I collected interviews from two design heads, one from Dan Voss Construction, Milan Tiffany. He's a department design head, which I actually had the liberty of touring their space about a year ago, and a Steelcase design head as well. So we're kind of going to look at the actual design trend background. It's one of an ever-growing and ever-expansive timeline. We are seeing the death of a cubicle, which historically was kind of adapted in the late 80s as a means of factory or manufacturing. This was a way to kind of compact as many people into one space as possible to get as much work done as possible. But as we have found through research and actually tests, this is proven detrimental to employee health and well-being. We are seeing an era where we are kind of looking more towards openness and contemporary design. Openness spaces, while they are essentially the same thing, we are kind of looking for kind of a fusion of traditional and open, kind of blending that two together. So you have your communal, you have your opening spaces where a bulk of the employees will be, but you also have within that design and layout meeting spaces, private spaces, personal areas for whatever that will be in reasoning. With all this design and innovation, the well-being and the health of the employee is going to be at the forefront. And we are seeing within this trend organizations such as the Well Building Standard, which is, if you would look at it kind of as a zoning law, there are certain aspects that have to be implemented to function as a business, such as best to be described as like a licensor. So the primary benefits that I did find in my research with this modern office design would be cost efficiency, which some might gawk at the notion that you are saving money by implementing and renovating your space, but you don't have to spend exuberant amounts of money like Google did with their Mountain Park Pleasant, like a multi-million-dollar renovation, to achieve more productivity among your workforce. Simply changing the acoustics, such as lighting, air circulation, your HVAC system, furniture, and paint job. It all can impact the productivity of your employee and well-being. Sustainability. If you are looking to turn your building more economical, it has proven to be cost efficient as well. You are saving money with the systems in place with water, electricity, and your HVAC system. Increased productivity. This is just kind of standard. If you are more comfortable and more relaxed in your office space, you are going to do your best work, as there is a lack of stress and pressure on you, as the space is not compacting you. You are free to do the best to your abilities. And also improve employee well-being, which kind of goes to the same with productivity, the same being that you are healthier, you are relaxed, you are not dreading going to work because the space is inviting, it is calming, it is a presence that you are willing to go to. With these benefits, they are not without their challenges though. It's hard to kind of pinpoint a design that meets the demands of everyone because there are multiple personality types. While these spaces do foster collaborative effort and communication, they are also very promoting of noise, as there is no physical structure or barrier or obtrusion that kind of balances out that noise. Most of the spaces are kind of going to be open communal spaces with a few office for higher executives or upper management. So that would increase the influx of noise, which is proven to increase the stress level of the employee as well. These also promote lack of security. We're kind of straying away from the traditional small office desk with, you could outfit however you want, personalized photos, mementos, whatever personal item you want. We're kind of straying away from that for more communal open gathering desks. So with your laptop, you set up shop wherever you want to go and conduct your work. With that, this also leads to the possibility of misplacing items, stolen items. With the rapid movement and density of people around your workspace, when your phone, your keys, anything goes missing, this fosters insecurity, this promotes chaos and a lack of trust, which is detrimental to employee productivity, because how are you going to want to work with anyone when you don't trust them? With that, also, it's the spread of illness. This kind of goes with the influx of noise concept, lack of physical barriers, lack of separation. Everyone's breathing the same air. One person gets sick, most likely everyone's going to get sick. There's actually a study done by the U.S. Health Department that there is a correlation that 63% have way more sick days in an open concept office. And with that as well, an increase in stress. Not everyone is going to be open to this concept. An accountant or someone more introverted personality is not going to be more willing to give up their personal area due to the increase in productivity. They're going to be much more beneficial and impactful in a space to themselves to do whatever they do. With that, increase in stress, increase in heart rate, blood pressure, and in some cases a weakened immune system, just depending on the environment.